moments are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Shotgun now for Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flushed out right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
To Edmonds on the toss. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give the tackle to Terrell Lewis. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now a run with Akers. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7, Cardinals 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
On for the point after.
And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. This will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2-yard line.
Murray now on first down. Flush to Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Recovered by the Rams.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Score Rams 14, Cardinals nothing.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Number 87.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Third down.
Jackson now. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
26 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jackson from the shotgun. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
8-yard line.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. To throw again is Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Murray. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. To throw again. Murray dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Switzer. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 27-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Jordan Hicks.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Akers. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Terrell Lewis in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Going up top for Kupp. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass hauled in downfield and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down. They'll run this with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, let's get there.
Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Throwing on second down. Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here we go on fourth down with Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Quit talking about it. All day, dog. 58, boys. 58. 58. Come on, baby.
Here's Jackson. It's caught on the right side, and Smith. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
7. And the Rams first down.
Let's go now. 1918. Long day for you. 58. Ready?
Jackson on first down, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jordan Phillips. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Smith catches left side. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
26 months. I'm coming after you. Quick dance. Come.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
21-yard line.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 6-yard line.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Murray buying time to his left. He may try and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Complete at the 1. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer.
Rams 48, Cardinals 8.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit. And time fading. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And all the way down to the 12. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Flushed out, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Shotgun now for Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime is down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fast together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing on first down is Murray. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
He can run for it. And Murray fighting, lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead.
Rams 37, Cardinals 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, they'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
Murray's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
10 brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
14-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
They'll go again here with Akers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter. And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offense.